Hello, myself Sonal Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation basically we are discussing one of the topic that is vitamins. In vitamins basically we are discussing one example basically. I am taken myself as an example basically. Let's see Sunil R. Nair basically. He basically got this type of punishments basically. So here basically I am taking one example basically. This is human galaxy basically that everybody knows basically what is that. And here basically the Earth planet basically groups are basically moving. In this Jupiter comes, Mars comes, everything basically comes. And in human galaxy basically, this is the number of planets basically. Planets group basically, they are staying basically. So see basically, and these all groups are basically rotating their location also. See basically how dangerous topic basically this is. Dangerous means very dangerous basically. Lots of people say that Earth planet basically group will stop and basically they will watch this video basically. So see basically the video and the topic basically. Then basically the human body of the Earth planet basically. This is the human body of the Earth planet. From this basically the Earth planet groups got around 9 crore planets data basically. So Earth planet group basically have how many data basically? They have 9 crore planet basically. 9 crore planet means they achieved the 9 crore planets basically. From this number basically, this all numbers basically, Earth planet basically achieved 9 crore number basically. So as the time is basically increasing, the numbers are basically getting increasing, and this number will never reduce basically. Why? Because the universe law says that basically once the planet is created, it can't be finished. You can't finish the planet basically. So one of the person told that Earth planet generation will end basically, but Earth planet will never end basically. Why basically the rules basically might be, that might be the reason basically the chaining system which is created in the human galaxy, more than this many planets basically are there. See the number of planets basically. See the number of planets basically. So one of the person told that if you finish the planet basically, by chance basically universe group told that basically we don't want this planet basically, we will finish that. So that is not possible basically, because that is going to affect to entire universe basically. So they never do the finish planet process basically. Never ever do basically. They will end the generation, and they ends the generation also basically. If they want to merge anything basically of the Earth planet basically to the universe, they end the Earth planet generation basically, because it's very dangerous. They know that human body is very dangerous. Human body is very dangerous basically, and few people says that daily basically each and every human body basically ends basically, that everybody knows basically. Daily night basically whenever they are sleeping basically, that time for millisecond basically they ends the human body basically, and after that only basically they takes the body data basically. So you can just imagine basically the human galaxy also know that human body is very dangerous, very very dangerous basically. Even basically they can pass the condition from Earth planet to human galaxy, and that also basically outside the human galaxy also basically. Up to that many powerful basically the Earth planet generation is, sorry, Earth planet human body is. So this number basically keeps on increasing. This is this number, and this number basically is the total human galaxy number, and this number basically gets connects to this basically. So one of the person told that yes basically that is 100% correct basically. So that is basically the things basically, that is the normal thing basically, that basically everybody knows that this basically is the data. From on the base of this data basically they keeps on adding the data basically. So the way to merge the data, so collect the data, so the way of the universe group basically to collecting the data is, first they kills the person basically for just for millisecond basically, and then they takes the data, and after that only basically they release the person basically. But in this basically lots of people dies also basically, that lots of people basically dies in the sleep only basically. Assume that basically Sunil Nair basically was sleeping and suddenly basically the universe group told that basically why we have to take the data from Sunil Nair. Not only me basically, each and every body basically they take the data. As in that here he basically I'm just taking an example of myself. They told that basically we have to take data from Sunil Nair, so we will finish Sunil Nair for just millisecond. So current blood cells basically is assume that basically this is the current blood cells, that is the human souls basically, that is the Sunil Nair body current active souls basically, they will kill that human souls blood, and then basically after that certain second basically they release certain, not second also basically millisecond basically. After certain millisecond basically they release the body basically, and then basically they say that basically assume that basically within this basically Sunil Nair basically died. So anything is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. The universe is going to run basically as it is running, and Earth planet 100% will run future, and Earth planet basically is not going to create any type of problem basically in universe also basically. So nothing is going to happen basically in human galaxy. So see basically this is the planet, and like this basically the data is already taken. So one of the person told that that's very dangerous thing basically. That's actually very dangerous thing basically which the Earth planet groups are doing basically. Not only dangerous but very dangerous basically. So this number basically keeps on increasing, right? Basically on the base of Earth planet groups task basically. That is the task basically they're doing here basically. They are doing task here basically. The universe group designs are getting created. Here basically the world is there. World is divided into 220 countries. 220 countries basically do the designing basically, that is universe design basically, universe design basically, and then after that universe design basically they convert the design to the planets, and that planet basically merge here basically, that planet basically merge here basically. So you can just imagine basically it. So that is basically the one thing basically. So whatever stuff basically we do basically, the Earth planet rule is basically whatever stuff basically we do na basically, with our hand, with our eye basically, with our whatever things basically, with our penis, with our heart basically, with our hand, visible head, that basically depends upon the activity basically, it gets punishment or basically it gets the good result also basically. That also basically is there basically. So it's not like that basically every time basically you gets the punishment basically. If you are doing good task basically, then you will get the good stuff basically. So it's like that basically. So you can just imagine basically. Just imagine basically. So see the design basically which is already done, and the data basically which is created from the land of the world basically, that is the 221 planets basically, 221 planets basically. So you can just imagine basically the 221 planets, sorry 221 lands, they basically design the universe, then basically it's converts into the planets, and then basically it merges with the data that is here basically, that is here basically. So you can just imagine basically it's not so easy basically, it's not so easy to create the world also basically, it's not easy to create the world basically. So Earth planet basically will always exist basically, but the generation will basically keeps on ending basically, keeps on ending. That is basically called as a next generation yug basically. That also you can say the next to next generation, next to next generation. That is basically the next generation basically. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about the next generation.